Howdy folks, I started this channel going on 3 years ago now, and I had a few ideas at the beginning that really never got off the ground. One of them was the ultimate El Presidente series. I thought I would go through a bunch of different variations of El Presidente, maybe even have people over to do some taste tests. Of course, global pandemic happened and that all got shut down, and I guess I never really got back to it. But you know what? I really do still like El Presidentes, and I decided it's time to resurrect this series and just try some different variations and do some comparisons. Loyal viewer Michael Pepper made a suggestion about making a darker El Presidente and not using sort of the light rum that it would normally get, and try something more aged. We're going to try that next. I've also got a new Bianco Vermouth to try. Let's go. Okay, so El Presidente normally would use like a lighter rum. My go-to has been Probitas, which is called Veritas outside the US. It makes a nice, light, fruity kind of a drink, and switching it to dark rums is definitely gonna change the vibe. Furthermore, I'm gonna try a new vermouth out in this drink. I've got this La Pivon. It's a Spanish vermouth that I used previously in the fingertips video. I only recently got this bottle and I'm pretty excited about it. So what I've decided to do today is I'm gonna make my standard Probitas version with this new Blanc vermouth to sort of have a baseline, and then I'm gonna compare it to an aged rum version. I'm gonna use a combination of 12-year rums. The first is RL Seale, made by Richard Seale at Foursquare in Barbados. Delicious stuff. And the other is Appleton Estate 12-year. Delicious stuff from Joy Spence in Jamaica. This should be a pretty good combo. For the orange liqueur for this video, I think I'm gonna stick with the Pierre Ferrand Dry Curaçao, and maybe in a future video we'll try switching out different orange liqueurs to see how we feel. All right, let's go mix these up. We did it. We made our El Presidentes. I'm going to start with the original version, I guess, the version I've been making with the new vermouth, the lighter version, we'll call it. It's got a nice sort of, I don't know, straw color, I guess. By the way, I did not spritz orange on these. I just didn't bother. Nice funkiness from that rum is great. Probitas is really good. El Presidente is still one of my faves. It's very boozy. It's got this fruitiness, but it's not like a fruit drink. You know, the orange and grenadine kind of combine to give you a fruit sweetness, but the dry vermouth is working really well. It's not really interfering. It's not really super duper spicy. It's not like really herbal, but it is, you know, it's lending a nice bit of character to the drink. I'm gonna say that this Blanc vermouth works great in an El Presidente. I'm really into it. Let's move on to the dark version. I mean, the dark version is obvious. It's a much darker in color. You still get a lot of that orange. It's sort of a richer experience. It's a darker experience, I guess. The orange is a little bit more prominent in this one, which is a bit of a surprise. I'm not getting a ton of the Blanc Vermouth. I don't know, it's a rounder experience, a little sweeter maybe, not quite as funky. I mean, also delicious. The dark one feels sweeter. It's got more orange flavor in it, and it's got a little bit of that caramel notes from the darker rums. It's not quite as funky either. I think in this case I'm gonna say I prefer the original, but I think what we need to do is go a little darker, like push the dark rum a little bit further. Maybe I'll do that in a future episode. Though this dark one is delicious. It's complex. It's a little bit more, I don't know, it's a different vibe. I can't quite decide which one I like better, but for now I think I'm gonna give the edge to the original version. All right, go make yourself an El Presidente. Tell me what your preferred proportions are in your preferred rums. I'm gonna leave a link to my Ultimate El Presidente playlist. In the meantime, thanks for watching. We will see you next time.